So Darryl, we're here at Livingston Sheriff Court at the start of the day. What's your schedule looking like?
Today I've got 4 trials, which involves obviously 4 accused, a total of 17 witnesses, a deferred sentence where the accused has previously pled guilty, and I also have a bail review. I'll be in 3 separate courts, so we'll be running back and forward between courts.
So Darryl, how's this morning been then?
Interesting, unexpected. Of the 4 trials I had, all were adjourned administratively without being informed of this in advance. It would seem that the court had selected 3 priority trials, and I've just discovered that none of those trials have proceeded. All have been adjourned as a consequence of either witnesses or accused suffering from COVID. There's a courtroom sitting empty for the rest of the day. I have all of these clients who are now going to have to wait until April, May, June for their cases to recur. Just to let you know what happened at court today, the Sheriff was quite impressed with what you'd said to the social worker, and as a consequence you've been given 60 hours of unpaid work.
Back in his office, Darryl tackles phone calls and paperwork, but his frustration continues.
No one can tell me for a moment that a practical solution couldn't have resulted in business being dealt with throughout the course of an entire day at Livingston Sheriff Court today. That's been replicated in courtroom after courtroom, in court after court, in town after town, in city after city across the country on a daily basis.
Darryl has concerns about the impact on everyone involved in these unresolved cases, not just the victims, but also the accused.
It will often be the first thing that they think of when they wake up in the morning and the last thing that they think of when they go to sleep. We all know, unfortunately, that the build-up of tensions and frustration, for instance within a family home, can lead to loss of temper and further offending, and nobody wants to see that.
COVID has obviously exacerbated the backlog, but it was there before, wasn't it?
The criminal justice system was failing pre-COVID, and from the defence profession's perspective, we were in freefall, terminal decline. All COVID has done is prove to accelerate that decline. If you're stretched to breaking point, as we have been for some time, then you can't produce your A game. It's as simple as that. And that's when access to justice suffers.
What needs to be done then?
Radical action is needed. Immediate action is needed. This is a full-blown crisis. Solutions need to be sought to try and get cases off the books. It's as simple as that.
Much was made about the remote jury centres and cinemas to help some of the more serious cases be dealt with, but that's just one part of the jigsaw puzzle, isn't it?
The remote jury centres have been a success, but the shadow that is being produced by the backlog is getting longer and longer. The reality is that this backlog, as things currently stand, will never be overcome.